Real quickly, let's go to Amina. Democracy is an equitable way of life. Do you agree with that kind of statement?
It is supposed to be an equitable way of life. It is supposed to reflect and represent social, economic, political justice for all. And if it does not, then it is not a democracy.
But in practice, has anything like that happened?
Of course it has happened.
Where?
I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, look at the Scandinavian countries, for example. Look at the Scandinavian countries. Every human being who is born has the guarantees of life. You have a right to eat, to have food. You have a right to live in a decent house. You have a right to have unfettered access to education. You have a right, if you are sick, to have unfettered access to medical care. That is democracy.
How do you respond to Oginga Geoffrey, who says democracy is a dictatorship of people against the majority power, rather?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he says it's a dictatorship of the people, or the majority who are in power, against the other ordinary people.
Well, you could say that democracy is a dictatorship of an organized majority of sorts. But at the end of the day, democracy also has fundamental features, fundamental tenets, for example, that reflect and give you the power, which is the power, for example, to actually have a right to own an opinion, and an opinion that may not necessarily be the same as the party in power, or the state, or the ruling party, or that way. That is why you have elections sometimes in democratic societies, and that is why sometimes you have one party actually winning an election, and sometimes a party that is in power actually losing an election. Because you have to have freedom of expression, you have to have freedom of media, freedom of press, where, you know, a diversity of opinions are being expressed in a sort of marketplace where ordinary people can actually make decisions based on the kind of information that is available to them.